Good morning, guys. Good afternoon for people in Asia. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to newcomers. My name is Rudy Fairs, and I am an equity trader and crypto trader as well. And I work with CryptoTicker as a market analyst, senior market analyst, and what we're going to do today is basically, other than doing the usual, which is basically going into the cryptocurrency market and doing some technical analysis, we are basically going to look into new tokens, new cryptocurrencies that are basically a bit undervalued, that have a lot of potential to buy. Because mostly those are the coins that make a lot of money. Like if you invest today in Bitcoin, I don't think you're gonna make much. Like in this past week, the maximum you could have made was double your money. So buying at 30 and almost now we are at 50 and we're going to 60, but that's the maximum. I'm talking about the short term or medium term, not talking about long term. Whereas other tokens, like for example, Axie Infinity or Audius, for people who know about it, and we're going to talk about those coins, they made more than 100% within the same week. So this is what we're going to do. That's why we're going to start by, as usual, I'm just going to look at the overall cryptocurrency market to see what's happening, because whenever the crypto market as a whole is adjusting, most coins are going to adjust at the same time. If the market is up, everything is up. If the market is down, everything is down. There are many people who think that making a crypto portfolio would allow you to hedge price actions. In my opinion, I don't think this is much doable. Your only hedge solution would be going into stable coins, because most cryptocurrencies basically move in tandem together. And if you want to hedge your crypto portfolio, you would go to other assets. So that's why we're gonna start by going to CoinMarketCap. So the market, the cryptocurrency market basically hit again 2 trillion. We are today at 2.1 trillion. We are basically kind of like, I think this is a consolidation zone today. As stated earlier, most cryptocurrencies hit their resistance level. So they are up in this past week, and then they hit their top, which is a resistance. And we might see many adjustments in many cryptocurrencies. If we look at Bitcoin, for example, it is nearing 50K. It didn't hit 50K, but I think we're gonna look at the charts. It's at 49 so far. The 50K is a very strong resistance for Bitcoin. Ethereum didn't move much, by the way. It went to 3.4 and now we are at 3.2K. We are waiting still what happens with the EIP. The improvements of the protocol. Still, miners are not very confident about what happens in the protocol and with their profits and with efficiency and scalability. So those things usually take time in the development world. Anything in the tech world that we have an improvement, we need to test, we need to make sure that everything is running smoothly. Cardano is still going up. Cardano is making headlines. For people who followed me since weeks, they talk a lot about Cardano, how it was going on an uptrend and it is lagging compared to the whole market. Cardano and XRP were lagging. Cardano now is number 3 on the list. It is like something really incredible, basically, since its price like a month ago was around $1 only, 1 point something. And today we are at 2.6, like that 2.6 times. Like, sorry, for example, let's say you invested $10,000. Today you have like $26,000 with $16,000 in profits. Incredible. We have Binance Coin, which is kind of consolidating as well. But looking at the past week, we are still up by 14%. Tether is a stable coin, so it's always at 1 for people who don't know. XRP is at 1.25, still not bad. If you look at the past 7 days, you might think that this cryptocurrency is not doing really well, but in fact, it went a bit higher and it stayed up and then adjusted a bit lower. So even though today you might see 1.25 and you might see the past 24 hours and the past 7 days as red, still this is a good sign, because if we look at the chart, and we're going to look at the technical chart later, you can see that this is a good and healthy adjustment. And I like consolidations. For me, like this is this prepares for a price rally upwards. Dogecoin is up by 8% the past week, but it's still down 2%. Yeah, sure. I just lowered the music. Usually it's a bit lower. Let me know if that's better, and you can hear me maybe better now. Thanks, Zabulen. Okay, we have Polkadot. Polkadot made a really good comeback, and it's basically up by 26% in the past week. Today, it's also like adjusting a bit lower, 3% low. In the cryptocurrency market, basically 3 to 5 to 6% up or down is something really normal. If we go to the equity market, like for example, stocks or commodities, or for example, exchanges, you might see like the prices falling like that. The media would go nuts that everything is adjusting in a very bad way. Yeah, guys, anyone in the live stream, I want you to write down your tokens that we're going to basically chart. So if you're talking, Anthony was talking about MVI. Yeah, so MVI, I think, is a basket of multi-token. And if you like, we can do this. We can see the chart of MVI, by the way. And as you said, it is constantly adjusting. But since it is adjusting, we can still look at the overall performance of MVI. So when we chart MVI, we are not looking at those specific 15 tokens that you're talking about. Rather, we're looking at overall performance. So you can see if this is a good project and it's a reshuffling of multi tokens is doing good or not. And this is what we can basically see when we chart MVI. But if you have specific underlying tokens that you'd like to chart, write them down in the comment section for sure. So basically, Dogecoin is kind of consolidating. Polkadot, USD coin is a stable coin, of course, and we have Solana that made wonders. And I basically sent I don't want to call it a signal, but like I told people, like, look out for Solana. It's eyeing its all-time high of $60, and today we are at 75. This is a great scalability project, and I do believe in Solana, and I think it is a good project to do. Now, where to specifically set up a trade for Solana, we're going to see that, of course, today as well. So yeah, I'm gonna feel like a YouTuber right now by saying, without further ado, let's oh my god, let's go to the charts. And yeah, so basically I use TradingView for my charting. Where did this go? Nope. Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna start with Bitcoin. Anthony is saying something. You see, the charts only matter for timing. A local entry for specific coin, not a value brand. That's correct. When we look at the chart, basically, we just want to look where to enter. If we are looking at like small projects, of course, but for like well-established entities, you use charting basically to, yeah, like, of course, like cryptocurrencies in general, like should be something tech related, right? Like when we look at anything, it is something that has like a tech behind it. Many people are talking about Cryptocurrencies not having something to back it up. It's only digital. But I do disagree with those people and saying that this is a very important technology that might, not even might, it will be implemented and already is implemented, but at much more scale later on. So let's start with BTC. Just to go with looking at Bitcoin, which is basically still the biggest cryptocurrency. I have no idea what this is. Okay. By the way, I'm going to open my own chart, just to chart from scratch and to show you guys how I do my charting. I don't want to use anyone else's chart because other traders from CryptoTicker use also this account. I'm gonna start from scratch. Oh yeah, Tony's talking about MVIs, how it has, like, it is an index of 15 tokens. Like, for people who don't know what that means, imagine you have a basket of cryptocurrencies, and instead of buying individual cryptocurrencies, you have projects that create a portfolio, a basket of cryptocurrencies, and the price of this, for example, in this example, MVI, will track the overall performance. Okay, so this is the chart of Bitcoin. If I just want to zoom out a bit, just to have a clear picture of what happened before. So we were on an uptrend, and then what happened is basically slower uptrends. So the price continued going higher, but then we had a break, and I'm gonna repeat what we were talking about before. This break right here that happened, this first one signaled a very strong sell and reverse trend reversal right here. And then prices continued going lower. Okay, we need to upgrade our account. Prices sank in this in May right here. It began with the dog tokens when Vitalik sold all his dog tokens, and it fell. All the prices fell. And then here in another section right here, this is where Elon Musk called like how Bitcoin was not environmental friendly, and we had this dilemma, and prices continued to sink further, and then Tesla stopped accepting Bitcoin after accepting them. Like, this is where exactly in Feb, this is where basically Tesla started accepting Bitcoin, and this is where Tesla stopped accepting Bitcoin. So in my opinion, I think the effect of this, this is where it stopped accepting Bitcoin. So basically we just went to our normal price without the hyperinflation, or like, for example, the hype of the crypto, only because of Tesla and because of Elon Musk. So we reached, and the hype from this side became way lower. And then we have a very clear support at 30K, and I'm going to go a bit lower to go to 28 even. Whenever I plot a resistance or a support line, guys, I want you to know that this is not a set number. There is a certain buffer for that. So for the 29, it can go all the way to 27 or 20 or even 30. So this is like an area, and that's why I'm going to put like 2 lines just to delimit this area. It's never like one line. Okay, so this area right here is a very strong support. Okay, so next time prices reach this place, it is definitely a buy. So this is the first time it adjusted when it reached it, the second time, third time, the fourth, fifth, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have like 10 times the same thing. So many traders were specifically looking at that price. And after it reached the last time, it started to go up. And when it reached 35K, it became clear that this is a very strong uptrend forming. We have the 40K right here. I'm gonna plot all the important levels for BTC. And then we have the 50K right here. So what happened basically is it went up, it broke, it faked out a bit, going a bit lower toward 38. I spoke before how the 38K level is a very important support as well for uptrends, specifically for uptrends, and then it continued all the way up. Now, did we specifically reach 50K? Let's check. I need to zoom in and see the 2 hours. Didn't touch the 50K. It hovered for a maximum of around 48,800. Now, of course, it depends on each exchange. Some exchanges maybe reached 50K, others didn't. So whenever I see the price on this thing here, it will be very important. Just make sure that this is still here. We are suffering from electricity shortages and electricity cuts in our neighborhoods, so I'm gonna be back. Okay, guys, can you still hear? What a mess. This electricity thing. In Cambodia, normal also. Yeah. Tropical storm. Well, we don't have tropical storms right here. We just have a bad government. So it's very normal that we have electricity cuts throughout the day. But I do have some backups like batteries, big batteries for the entire house. But this is basically a mess, like definitely. Okay, we're back, guys. Let me go back to the charts. And I was specifically talking about how basically Bitcoin did not reach 50K on this chart, but it might have been, it might have reached on certain exchanges. This is a good one, Neil. I don't think there's a good government. Like, it depends. Like, you have countries where you have stability and whatever. Like a good infrastructure, at least for the people. A good infrastructure for me is very important. I might go to Spain or to Portugal, Lisbon, just to live there and be able to work in a country with good infrastructure. So yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the charts. Real quick here, didn't reach right here. We are expected to have a small consolidation around 48 and 49. We might still see some like a bit of lower prices for Bitcoin, but then definitely we will see a 50K price. If we don't see a 50K price, and prices might still adjust towards 47, 46, because we can see right here how the $48,000 is a clear resistance price, support area for this specific cryptocurrency. Okay. So for Bitcoin, I wouldn't personally buy right here. For people who want to buy Bitcoin or place a trade setup, you can place a trade setup if you are using leverage with a certain broker. So if you have leverage, definitely I would say give it a shot. What you can do is basically place at the $49,000. Put a stop of around 48,600. Don't place it too wide, and then I take profit of a bit above 50,000. Okay, but other than that, I wouldn't definitely enter a Bitcoin, a trade for Bitcoin. I'm going to be a bit quick, so we have time to go to other cryptocurrencies that were basically suggested on the group. I'm going to go to ETH. Yes, Steve. And this is ETH. I'm going to zoom out for the 1 day. Okay, click auto. And then we have a smooth upward chart for this project. I'm going to, as usual, draw my parallel uptrend. Right here. And let's do like that. My parallel would be like that. Hiring up like this, and we can notice how prices are basically behaving exactly as the technicals are showing. So we had a stall right here, and we went toward. Let me choose another one. Horizontal line. I'm gonna choose this one right here. This is my strong support, and right now we're at 3.2. It is a good consolidation right here, so I might as well do this one like that, just to show like this. And I need to watch how prices behave in the next week. So prices might still go a bit lower and reach 0.9 or 3, and that would be a very good entry price right around here at 3K. And then after that, what I can do is place my buy order, place a stop at around 2.8, and let me show that a long position at around right here. And I can place a stop at around like that, 2.87 or 2.86. And my take profit would be definitely above 3.3. And this is how you make 15% in less than a week. Of course, we are talking right here if prices manage to fall and correct towards this area right here. Okay, but on the flip side, prices might still directly continue higher. Now, what can you do when prices go higher? If we break the 3.3K right here, this is another scenario where we can do this scenario. Anyway, we can place a buy at right above 3.3, like let's say 3.4. And we are talking here in case prices continue upward. I wait for a break upwards, and then I place my stop right below that. And this depends on my risk appetite, so 5% of my position. And then the next stop after 3.3 would definitely be around 4K, but I will never reach a psychological price area. I might go a bit lower toward 3.9 or 3.8 even. So that's another 50% right here. So the best case scenario, like the best trades that I usually do, and that yield me a lot of money, is this. If I manage to have a good adjustment toward the 3K, I buy right here, prices start to go upwards, and I buy another time right here, and I take my profit around 3.9. And this is like 15% towards here, another 15%, that's 30, and another third 15% because I just opened right here, that's like 45% without using any leverage. So if I use also leverage, that would be my perfect trade setup for the year even. And this is basically how we chart. So far, this is what to do with Ether. I would definitely wait. I would never buy at this area right here. This is not a good area to buy. If you want to buy right here, you either are buying for the very long term or you are basically gambling. And we don't want to do that when we approach trading. I'm going to go to XRP. I'm going to do XRP, and then I'm going to start with Cardano. I'm going to do MVI. Again, talking about a basket of goods, as Anthony said. This will show us only the past performance of those shuffled cryptocurrency. Okay, so XRP USD. I'm going to go to this chart right here, and we can see how basically Ripple adjusted from the 1.3, 1.4, and then reached 1.4, I think, yeah, 1.34, and then went all the way back towards 1. And that was a very good buy right here, and then went back up towards 1.24. That's so people who bought at 1 again managed to make 24%, and like, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, like 3 days, 3 to 4 days. Yeah, we're gonna do all that. If you can, please write the ticker name instead of the name of the project. That would be better. But no, you know what? I'm gonna show you guys how I approach a new project. So this way, you guys can also do the same when you want to explore a new project and see if it is a good buy or not, if it is a good project or not. Okay, you can keep it like that. It's fine. Yeah. EWT and UBT. I already know them. No problem. Okay. So for XRP, now, can I buy XRP at the current price? So I have a very strong support at around 1, and another resistance at 1.3. And it is also a buffer, guys. So never look at the price of this line. And now we have this happening. Should I buy right here? If we notice what happened with Ethereum, with Ether specifically, the token Ether, it had a very similar price action, okay? Where basically we are very near the resistance and we are going a bit lower. So I would expect prices to not fall towards 1. That would be a bit harsh. But plotting my Fibonacci retracement, I can see the levels of retracement that the price might do. And at the first level that we reached right here, this is exactly what happened. So plotting at the $1, we can see how prices behaved in the exact same way that it would before. So from 1 all the way towards 1.3, and then back to 1, and then now we are 1.3, and then we are at the first retracement level, which is the 38.2%. So right now, what might happen? I can see like a small break lower, but it didn't go lower as well. So this all depends on today's price action. And if prices continue higher, we might definitely see a break of 1.3. And I am confident, and you guys can also come back to the trading group and let me know that the prices are going to break 1.3 from this exact behavior. Why am I saying this? Because instead of prices continuing lower than the 38.2%, they managed to retrace higher than that. Okay, so I am confident. This is how traders talk. We don't say definitely and 100%. There's no 100%. I might be wrong. I am confident that prices are going to break the 1.3 area today or tomorrow. Today is Sunday. Usually price actions occur at night in my time. It might be at in the morning for Neil. I believe he's at GMT +7 or +8. So yeah, so specifically for Ripple, I might buy because I am my technical analysis tells me that it is a good buy area. I might place a stop at around 1.18 right here. My take profit would be at around 1.35 or even 1.32. So this depends on your level of risk that you want to take. I'm gonna start with ADA and then move on to let me do MVI, and then EWT, and then UBT. Okay. We can even look for. If we have time, we're gonna look for others as well. So let's do Cardano for now. Cardano, someone had it, I think, in the chat. Maybe it's here. Steve. Steve is asking about ADA. He bought at 1.2 when you said to buy. Great job, man. I'm happy that, and I'm hopeful that you did your own analysis as well. I don't want you to take my words for granted and just go and place trades. So this is basically ADA, and let me zoom out to see the overall clear picture of what specifically happens. ADA breached its all-time high of 2.4. Today we are at 2.6. Those are very risky levels to enter, by the way. I would definitely wait for a price correction. This is very important for any chart that I see. Whenever I see this pattern like that, this is good right here. So I would have bought right here. But anyway, seeing that it went all the way, like, let's see how much performance it did. Made around 40% with no adjustment. I would wait for a small adjustment. And I don't like to enter tokens that already made this significant price. So I already entered at around 1.1 for me, personally. You entered at 1.2 right here, which is very good as well. Entering again right here doesn't make sense. This is ground for loss, by the way, because definitely prices will adjust if we are talking normal price action. And let me just plot my technical charting just so you guys can see how I usually do it. I start with my parallel channel because I said earlier before as well that ADA's performance price action was very similar to Ether, by the way. And you can see it broke, and then it went back inside, and then we had a very strong support at around 1, right here. And it went inside this channel, but then it didn't go inside it, and that was a good confirmation for a buy. So because it didn't go for a long time, it just hovered the upper line of the uptrend channel, I might say that this is a good buy opportunity right here. And then we are at the all-time high right here. Would I buy at all-time high prices without adjustments? I wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't. I would wait for this to happen, which is waiting for the 2.3 price to happen and follow, or even the 2.4. This is where the price is consolidated for a while, and then we reached it before. I would wait for this before I enter the market. Listen, guys, there's no such thing as I'm too late. It's never the case. Prices will always adjust. I would wait for this price action to happen, okay, and then I would buy somewhere here, and then if I want to enter ADA. I think it's a bit too late. It's already at number 3 in the market cap, so I wouldn't look at it too much because already it's at all-time high. Good job for people who bought. Now I'm gonna let's do EWT USD. So first, I personally don't know what EWT is. Okay, you said it's energy web. So what I usually do is the following. I would start by going to CoinMarketCap to read the overall description of the project. I just want to know what this project is about. I'm sure you already know, but I'm just showing you guys how I do my research. My quick research. I'm not going to do a full research here on the screen. Energy web token. I did hear about it, by the way. Where did I hear about it? I think it boomed a while ago. Here. Okay. So this is the overall chart. We are eyeing our all-time high. Is this the all-time high? Yes, it is. So we are at the all-time high is at 20.5. Currently, we are at 15. So if prices reach our all-time high from 15 all the way to 25, that's like $10 if I buy one per token. So if I buy 1,000 token That's like $1,000. And this would cost me 1,500. So what is this project about? It's operational token behind the energy web chain. Okay, it is a blockchain based on the virtual machine designed to support and further application development of the energy. Okay, this is interesting because if you guys remember the dilemma of the sustainability of Bitcoin, and basically talking about energy efficiency, because like proof of work is taking a lot of energy. So let's talk more. Let's launch in 2019. I'm not sure why this is closing all the time. Foundation, non-profit enterprise behind the project. EW aims to bring diversity to the project. Developers to create it. So it allows developers to create dApps. And I do believe in dApps, by the way. This is very annoying. I'm going to refresh the page. The founders, okay. Ethereum blockchain. So people who came from the Ethereum blockchain are coming to this project and trying to make it bigger. It's currently based on 100. Okay, this is very annoying. So let me do the technical charting. So I have a kind of an overview about the project to see what it is about. And let me zoom out and start technical charting, okay? So the 1 day is a bit too narrow. Let me press on auto. Whoa, I can see like huge spikes in prices. What's that? All in 1 day. Sheesh. Okay. I'm not gonna take into consideration those 1 day all-time highs. So I'm not gonna look at the $50, nor this 25, 20, 26. I'm gonna look at the $20. The $20 makes more sense for me for this specific project. I'm gonna show my very strong support, the $4. I'm gonna show the other important price where prices started to show like strength. It's basically the 10 point something, this area. And the other one would be at 20, as I said. This is my true all-time high. I don't want to look at spikes. Then I have the 18. Now, since the overall market is, this is number one. Number two, today the market is adjusting a bit, so I might expect adjustments towards $12 still, just to compensate this small, so this very strong candle. And my adjustment would be definitely here. And I'm gonna say why. If I look in the past like 2 to 3 months, I can see how prices managed to reach this price of $12 here, around here, here as well, and here as well. And I might also see a similar price action for this specific thing. Now, something to look at when trading, always use your Fibonacci retracement, because this is, what does it mean? Your Fibonacci retracement tells you which areas it retrace towards. So this is my Fibonacci. I'm gonna start it from always start from a consolidation. So either you can start it from here or from here, right here. This is my low, this is my high. And by the way, the line that I just drew kind of coincides with the 61%. It's between the 0.5. I would maybe adjust it towards right here. So I have the first technical support that I just drew that coincides with my Fibonacci retracement. And those two show a very possible retracement around $12. It is also a bit risky to buy right now, EWT. I wouldn't enter this trade right now. I would definitely wait at least to see a price retracement towards $13. And also, if we noticed before, it was a good consolidation for a good period of time. And the daily chart, so each chart shows like a consolidation. So price is still just right here, but they might continue going upwards. Now, of course, this is like the only two solutions, but for me, I wouldn't buy EWT right now. It is a bit risky. I would definitely wait for an adjustment in prices. So this is $14.6. I would wait for at least 30 to enter. I would buy at 13 and place a stop at 12. This is like $1 per token lost. But my upside is $20. Or if I don't want to look at the 20, I can still look at the $16 right here. So since I am very close to my 16 right now, I wouldn't enter this trade. Okay, but as a project, EWT is a really good project. I would personally also put it on my radar. Thanks for this suggestion. I'm gonna go to UBT right now. By the way, if you have any questions while I'm talking, do write them down. I'm constantly looking at the comment section. So we will notice a very similar pattern between all cryptocurrencies. Unibright, let's see what that project is about. I like discovering new projects, by the way. And I said I'm gonna throw in a suggestion about some tokens to buy. And I'm gonna say two projects. So Unibright, SPO Consulting. Okay, it's part of a consulting firm founded in the 90s, 1990, 89. Cloud-based platform in 2011. So that is post BTC and blockchain technologies. The cross-blockchain cross-system was launched in 2016. Backed by blockchain, architects, developers, consultants, whatever. Okay, so we have a good team behind this project. But again, like I'm just reading what they wrote. Everyone says we have the best on the planet. Okay, baseline protocol for them to connect traditional systems to each other and notarize states on a public. Can you guys check if this page is behaving the same way? I'm not sure if this is a bug from the website or from my Chromebook. I'm using a Chromebook. So designed to connect notarized public mainnet such as Ether. So basically what I understood from this project, it tries to connect traditional businesses. Like for example, if we have servers or whatever in a company, this technology would plug and play with this system and plug Ethereum mainnet. So the Ethereum blockchain. Okay, it is an open source initiative, blah, blah, blah. Functionality to deliver security business process at low cost. It is a B2B. It automates B2B agreements, so between businesses that we spoke. So if I have two businesses, they can both connect to Ethereum at the same time, to the Ethereum blockchain, and operate between each other. The founders. Okay, we have the consulting firm. We have other people, like founders. Okay, I have a clear understanding of what that is. I can see how the project is on an uptrend constantly. I would ignore this downtrend. Was it in May? It was in May, and it was in time with the whole cryptocurrency market, because in May we had that harsh crash. And we are currently at our all-time high price. Now, how to position myself if I want to project? I would do the following. I would wait for this for me. I would wait for an adjustment towards the all-time high, which is around $2. Okay, and then I would watch for my portfolio. If prices continue lower, I would at least sell around here at around 1.9, because I have. Let me highlight the psychological prices. So this is the 2. It coincides with the consolidation levels right here and right here. And right here, adjusted it again towards the 2. And this is my other area that I want to buy. This is my buy area. I would wait prices to go a bit lower before continuing. And if prices continue going higher, hey, that's another story. I wouldn't feel bad because I missed this opportunity. There's always opportunities in the market. Never feel sorry for anything. but definitely always be on the safe side and wait for adjustments. Buy lower than the price. Buy undervalued projects and prices. So this is for Unibright. I like this project. Thanks for this one as well. EWT and UBT. Those are two good projects to invest in. Their overall price trend is on an uptrend. Like if we look right here, it is a very healthy uptrend. Here we go. But I think that prices might still adjust a bit lower towards middle even. Unless we stay and we stall around this, I would want to see that so I can have a better, assessment of my prices. I would definitely wait for prices to go a bit lower. That's a bit risky to buy right here. I would never do it personally. So yeah, I'm gonna check MVI right now. I think we have USDT for MVI. Or was it the check? MVI. So I don't think, as I said, we might see that. I don't think we're gonna. Let me just double check, see if we can see this price. Metaverse Index. Well, I can look at it right here. So this is the price. This is the chart of MVI. I think on TradingView we're not going to be able to see it. Yep. Not going to be able to see that. We can do it from CoinMarketCap. It is currently on a healthy uptrend. It started back in April, I think, at 90. Usually indexes, they all start at $100 price. Okay, let me just read a quick overview of this project. It's a combination of cap liquidity waiting to arrive. What's that? To the final index weight. We believe the liquidity is important, blah, blah, blah. Weighted allocation. Yeah, well, liquidity weighted allocation. So it's based on liquidity. The project that is more liquid will have a higher weight, like price on the MVI index. We are currently at 122. So it's showing like a very healthy return, but since we just spoke that usually they start at around $100, we are at 122. It's a bit risky to enter right now. Yeah. So Neil, you're saying that this is an ecosystem of other coins. You didn't know we can chart. Yeah. Well, because it's not about we cannot chart. It's like on TradingView, they don't have the exact chart, but looking at it right here, we can see which ones trading Metaverse, where to trade it on Uniswap, 1inch, 0x protocol. You can buy it there. Yeah, so this is basically all indexes, as I just said, they basically start at a price of $100. And looking at that project, I think it started at a discount, 99. It started to go lower, and this depends on the portfolio that they hold. After May, in May, we had this huge crash of the cryptocurrency market that fell more than like around 50 to 60%. And if you look at this Metaverse Index, MVI, it did fall towards $31. So this is exactly like around 60 to 70% that goes like with the overall performance of the cryptocurrency market. And then it started to recover slowly but surely, going all the way, crossing $100, and now we are at 122. Would I want to look at this specific project? I don't like to buy portfolios of coins that I don't have the authority to buy or sell. Looking at the behavior right here on the chart, I can see that it is going in tandem with the cryptocurrency market. And since there's no, there's nothing like so real that makes me want to look into this project. Like for example, the cryptocurrency market went down, this project price went down. The cryptocurrency market is back up, and this project is back up. If I saw, for example, that there's a certain hedge opportunity, I would maybe look into it. But right now, I would prefer to buy like individual cryptocurrencies and understand their project instead of buying multiple projects that I don't know what the underlying tokens are. I'm not sure if there is a way to know which ones are the current. Let me see if I go to the website, token set maybe. Let me see here. I'm going to try to go to their website because it doesn't make sense for investors to invest in something in a fund and they don't know what are the holdings of this fund. Anyone can create a set. Here we go. So basically they created a set of tokens and they named it as such. Automatically tracks, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the Metaverse Index, this is our project. The underlying tokens currently are Axie Infinity, Engine, this is a great one, Audius, Decentraland, and Illuvium. So Audius, as I spoke at the beginning, made a really good return recently. I'm not sure if, like, I would want to see when did those tokens become the holding of this Metaverse Index. I would like to see that. Can I see that? Let me check. Token price allocation. This is the allocation: 20% Axie, 17, 10, 9, 8. This is less than 100. So we definitely have other ones. We have Sandbox, Eternity, Wax, Rarible. So the biggest chunk goes to Axie and those up here, right here. That is more than 50% of the project. Well, it's not bad. It is a good fund. It is a good one. If you want to hold like multiple small projects, I think this might be a good idea. But the only issue here is that if you, for example, Axie Infinity doubles in price, yeah, if you hold MVI, you will not double your holdings because obviously the allocation is only 20%. So certainly I would hold specific crypto project that I want. Okay, unless you don't have time to do that, you might want to invest in this Metaverse Index. But again, seeing the performance that I just saw on CoinMarket, it is behaving just exactly as the market did, and it increased, like for example, right here from 30 or 29 all the way to 122. This is good, and this shows like an 80% or 70% comeback, but that goes with, for example, Ripple did the exact same thing. It went from 50 cents to 1.2 today. ADA went from 1 to 2.6. That's 200% only in one project. So again, I wouldn't definitely necessarily invest in MVI, but it sounds like a good, interesting a way to dip your toes into the cryptocurrency sphere without having to look at it. You can but still for now it's a bit overvalued, above $100. It's a bit too late to enter. Um, well, you can buy. Listen, because it is an index, you cannot say that it is overvalued. It depends on each specific cryptocurrency. But anyway, for me, I would say to wait a bit for a small consolidation. So for the coming week, we will see a brief consolidation before prices continue on their way upwards higher. For our last project, I will AVAX, suggested by Neil. I would look at Binance. Let me dollar on Bitfinex. So this is also going high. And what is this project about? Let me see. Those are nice projects, by the way. And at the end, I'm gonna give like 2 projects for you guys to look into. Avalanche. Oh, okay, I know this one. This one like surpassed many projects like Matic and Tron, and just remember what it is about. Well, so it's basically a payment. It wants to act as a payment gateway for the cryptocurrency sphere, like the Visa or MasterCard for crypto market, for blockchain. Well, that's a really good performance for us. It was priced at $10, and it's like $40. That for 400% return in like less than 1 month. Going back to the chart. I would definitely wait again. Like if you notice, guys, we have to wait a lot now because we are close to dangerous territories. And I would wait for this specific behavior right here. Now, prices did reach this specific line that I just drew because I looked at the past behaviors. I would wait for a bit, like for example, to break the psychological price of $40, maybe $39, and then buy in anticipation of higher prices, and place a stop at around 38, maybe 37 even. But looking at the all-time high, I can still see that there's a potential for this project to reach $50, so that's like $10 higher. So losing 2 but gaining 10, that's a great trade setup for AVAX. I would basically look at this specific project, but I would wait definitely for a price adjustment. Now, Neil is asking about potential Binance competitors. Let me talk about Binance. There's a lot of news, I'm not sure if you are following now, about regulators putting their hands on Binance. Many traders are basically throwing allegations on Binance because they couldn't, for example, they lost, or there's a lot of talks about Binance starting to get in trouble with the law. And there was an article that I read talking about how basically many you have to abide by the KYC now. You cannot get away from that. So I would I wouldn't leave all my holdings in Binance. Now, as competitors, I don't see like exchanges as competitors. You have a lot of options. The nice thing about Binance is that it is well established and there's a big company behind it, and they already have a lot of experience dealing in the blockchain sphere. But if I want to talk about competitors, it depends what you want to do. If you want to trade, for example, this is one thing. If you want to hold, this is another thing. If you want to swap, this is a third thing. So if you want to trade, for example, I would go to Kraken. I like Kraken. You can go to, if you want to trade with leverage, also you can go to FTX. If you want to, I'm gonna link all our, like we recommend many, what's it called, exchanges where you can trade. If you want to hold, you have blockchain.com, but it's not very reliable. Every now and then they have system maintenance, or they have a bug in their system, and you are out. You cannot access your account when the market is too volatile. I don't like that very much about blockchain.com. You might look into DEXs, for example, decentralized exchanges. What else? Let me see here what I have. I have Aave as this is my blockchain wallet. I have Binance as well. So yeah, I'm gonna link some exchanges so you can use instead of Binance. That's for sure. And what else do we have? I think that's it for today. We did UBT, we did EWT. We need just as a way to recap for you guys. EWT, UBT wait for adjustments. AVAX also wait for a potential adjustment lower. I think it's the case for most cryptocurrencies right now is a bit too risky to enter. You can enter and you might still make money, but personally, I would definitely recommend to wait. The cryptocurrency market today is a bit stalling, so I would be wary and careful about what might happen next. Looking right here, we are still a bit lower, and everything is kind of adjusting if we go lower between red and green. Here we go. Very small projects are doing good today. We have Cosmos doing 16%. That's a bit weird. The overall currency market is adjusting. Avalanche is down by 10%. For example, I would also wait for more what do you call it, adjustments. We have AMP is a good project as well, 0.05. If you want to, can I fire a good buy for this week? I would look at, honestly, I will tell you my strategy for cryptocurrencies, what it is. And it's basically going here and checking all the coins that adjusted heavily but are known. So for example, we have VGX. Avalanche is 10%. That's a good sign for a buyback. Statics also. Terra Luna is down by 5%. This token is really good as well. Celsius. And Axie Infinity is adjusting. So I would personally, if you want to have quick buys and just try to make it, but of course do your technical analysis first and see if it makes sense before you buy, I would go for VGX and AVAX and Synthetics because I know those projects, I know they are good, but currently they like prices are really oversold. And if you look at the entire market, it's down by barely 0.15%. So those are the outliers. And if you buy those, definitely you will make money if the entire cryptocurrency market continues higher tomorrow. Okay. If this happens, definitely those will go back. And if you want, I'm gonna follow up on the group tomorrow. Let me write those down. We have VGX. Just to give an update of what happened to those cryptocurrencies by tomorrow. VGX, AVAX, and we have SNX, Synthetics. I'm gonna put Luna and Celsius. Okay, I think those are good buys. I'm gonna follow up tomorrow. And this also depends on the cryptocurrency market. If it continues higher, those will definitely go higher. And I think that's it for today. I hope you guys had fun and everything that was talked today was beneficial. I'm going to see you on the next stream next week. Thanks for watching and have a great Sunday and see you next week. Cheers.